Imagine for a moment that you found a treasure map. Possessing this treasure would not only make you incredibly wealthy, but also grant you immortality. However, it's hidden in a secret location that no one has reached in thousands of years. Would you embark on this adventure? Today I'm going to tell you just such a story, filled with adventure and nail-biting suspense at every turn. So without further ado, let's begin. The story opens with a boy named Bei opening a beautiful garden door and following a girl. Some unseen force is pulling him towards her. After a while, the girl takes off all her clothes and jumps into the water. As they swim and come face to face, a bolt of lightning suddenly strikes the girl directly on her shoulder. This girl's name is Charlie. Instantly, the ground beneath her feet turns into soft mud, and Charlie begins to sink. Bei tries his best to save her, but in the end, the mud swallows Charlie whole. Suddenly, with a jolt, Bei's eyes snap open. He realizes he has been dreaming all along, and for the past few days, he has been having the same dream repeatedly. That afternoon, Bei comes to see a friend. When he arrives, he sees some men surrounding another friend, Yuck. It turns out that Yuck had borrowed some money from a businessman named Wang, but is now unable to repay it. This businessman is actually a mafia boss, so he has sent his thugs to beat up Yuck. Just then, Bei speaks up, saying, "Leave my friend alone. Whatever you need, I'll give it to you." Wang replies, "I want a celestial bone. If you can bring it to me, I'll let your friend go." This celestial bone was a magical artifact. Whoever possessed it would become immortal and incredibly wealthy. To save his friend, Bei agrees to Wang's proposal. He says, "All right, I'll find it for you." After that, Bei sets out with his friends to find out where this celestial bone can be found. Eventually, they learn that the celestial bone is actually inside a cave, and the only way to get there is marked on an ancient map. This map is located in a library. When Bei and his friends arrive at the library, they see a girl there. But Bei is stunned to see her because he has been seeing this girl in his dreams for so long, yet he has never met her before. And the most surprising thing is that this girl's name is also Charlie. Charlie possesses the only map to the cave, so Bei says to Charlie, "We need this map." Charlie replies, "I can give you the map, but on one condition. The condition is that you have to take me with you." With no other choice, Bei agrees to Charlie's condition. Together, they set off in a boat towards that mysterious cave. In the boat, we see a masked man sitting, seemingly keeping an eye on the others. Suddenly, Charlie feels like something is about to happen, and she notices that the compass in her hand isn't working properly. Just then, the whole boat shakes violently. Everyone understands that something large must have hit the bottom of the boat. For safety, Bei sends all the passengers inside. Bei and his friends try to see what has happened to their boat by looking around in the water. What could have collided with them so hard that the boat shook like that? Just then, a huge monster leaps out of the water and smashes the front of their boat. The impact throws Charlie into the river, but Bei manages to save her just in time. Meanwhile, the monster climbs back onto their boat. They have never seen a creature like this before. Bei and Charlie, along with their friends, try with all their might to fight the creature, but its skin is so tough that their attacks have no effect. Each of them tries in different ways to injure the monster, but they can't subdue it at all. Then, Charlie shoots a special kind of arrow at the creature's face, and in fear, it retreats back into the water. But everyone knows the monster will attack again, so this time they plan to trap it with the boat's sail. They unfurl the sail and spread it out like a net. When the creature attacks again, they all work together to ensnare it. With a powerful thrash, it breaks free from everything. Just when it seems like no one will survive, the mysterious masked man arrives. With an electric stick he carries, he gives the monster a high-voltage shock. The monster immediately jumps back into the water and flees. It turns out that this man's name is Dr. San. He is a scientist who has been searching for the celestial bone for many years. When he learned that Bei and his team had found the way to the cave, he joined them. Later, while they were eating, San tells the others that this monster was actually there to guard the celestial bone, and many more dangers lie ahead. Bei and his friends knew nothing about this beforehand. After hearing the information from San, they decide to take him with them. A little while later, another girl named Lin arrives. Lin is actually Yuck's girlfriend. Several hours later, when they reach the area shown on the map, they see a temple on top of a hill. No one has been here for many years. When they all enter the temple, they are initially disappointed as it is covered in dust and dirt. They wonder how they will get to the cave from here. But after searching for a while, Bei finds a hidden switch. And as soon as he pressed that switch, a secret door opened. Through that passage, they reached a vast underground tunnel. After walking for some distance, they stood before a huge door, but it was secured with an ancient lock. Using his wit, Bei managed to open that door within moments. But upon opening it, they were all astonished, because on the other side of the door was like a different world. Everything around was covered in ice. Even the path below was covered in slippery ice, making it very difficult for them to walk. The ice was so slippery that it was hard to even place their feet properly. After carefully moving some distance, Charlie suddenly slipped and fell, and while trying to save her, Bei also slipped. That's when they realized that the path was actually going downwards, so everyone started sliding down rapidly. After much effort, Bei managed to stop himself and Charlie with his knife, but just then, the others came sliding down and crashed into them. And that was it. Now everyone was sliding down together. Suddenly, they looked ahead and saw that some knife-like sharp ice was waiting for them in the direction they were sliding. If they all fell onto those ice formations, their deaths would be certain. But Bei then noticed a narrow tunnel next to those ice formations. So he threw Charlie towards their other friends, and they all moved towards that tunnel. Bei himself was heading towards certain death, but just then, Charlie used a hook she had with her to pull Bei towards them. After that, they all slid through that tunnel and landed on the ground. Everyone thought they had survived this time, but this cave was very dark, yet they had to move forward. So they all started walking. On the way, they saw several human skeletons. Dr. Sand told them that these were probably the remains of those who had come to search for the celestial bone before. Hearing this, everyone became worried. How did they die? The map said that there would be a secret door in this cave, and they would have to proceed further through it. After searching for a while, they found that door too. When everyone was trying to open the door, they realized they were not alone here because some glowing eyes were staring at them from the darkness. Gradually, some terrifying dogs surrounded them from all sides. Now, the only way to survive was to fight them, so everyone got ready with their weapons. But these dogs were so ferocious and hungry that they were not afraid of Bei's weapons. Instead, they kept attacking repeatedly. After a while, the number of dogs increased even more. They had to escape from here somehow. While fighting, Bei looked up and noticed light shining from above, which meant there was a way upwards. Then Bei cleverly lit a torch and told everyone, "You guys climb up using the vines. I'll handle them." As they all tried to climb up, the vines, unable to bear everyone's weight, snapped and fell down. But the wooden beams tied to the vines broke and fell as well, and at the same moment, sunlight streamed into the cave. Then they saw the dogs burning and dying in the sunlight, which meant they must have been some kind of cursed dogs that couldn't survive in sunlight. Now, one by one, everyone started climbing up the vines. When Bei was the last to try and climb up, clouds suddenly covered the sun. The advantage Bei had due to the sunlight vanished in an instant. The leader of those cursed dogs leaped onto Bei and knocked him to the ground. Just as the dog was about to kill Bei, the clouds moved away from the sun again, and fortunately, with the help of his friends, Bei managed to climb up. Once they were all up, they took shelter in a house in the city. That night, while Charlie was bandaging Bei's cuts, she noticed a mark on his shoulder. During dinner, Charlie told everyone that she had a similar mark on her shoulder, like Bei's. "This is a cursed mark," she explained. "Hundreds of years ago, when my ancestors took refuge in a demon's cave to escape a war, the demon's sleep was disturbed. It attacked these people with strange creatures, and the attacks of these creatures left this strange mark on everyone's body. This was actually a kind of curse from the demon. No one with this mark on their body can live beyond 50 years. All the elderly people who were there that day died, and the descendants of those who survived are all cursed. None of them can live beyond 50 years. Charlie further said, "I came to find the celestial bone to free my family from this curse, but I didn't realize this path would be so dangerous. So I want to tell the rest of you that if you want, you can go back from here and spend the remaining time you have happily, because if we go down this path, perhaps none of us will ever return." But after hearing this, Bei promised Charlie that no matter what, he would obtain the celestial bone and free everyone, including himself, from this curse. The next day, around noon, they arrived at the entrance of the terrifying dog cave. They had planned to descend into the cave exactly when the sun was directly overhead. This way, they could protect themselves from those dogs. However, they would only have 30 minutes, because after 30 minutes, the sun would slowly start moving towards the west. So, whatever they had to do it within these 30 minutes. According to their plan, they all removed the wooden planks from the cave entrance and descended again. This time, without wasting any time, they opened the underground door that was there, and with that, they reached another room underground. Bei lit a candle he had brought with him, and immediately, the surroundings began to glow. After many kinds of experiences in this mysterious cave, they had understood that danger lurked at every step, so they all proceeded very cautiously. Nevertheless, Bei stepped on a wrong spot, and instantly the whole cave began to shake, and within moments, hundreds of arrows came flying towards them. Everyone jumped and barely escaped. In this way, as they moved further forward, various dangers came upon them, but everyone survived, thanks to Bai's intelligence. Finally, they reached the place where the celestial bone was kept. Bai then took the bone, which was floating in the air, into his possession. Just then, Charlie saw many huge spiders rushing towards them. They all started fighting the spiders, but because the spiders were so numerous, it was impossible to defeat them. That's when Bai noticed that the spiders were only moving towards the celestial bone, so he risked his life and lured all the spiders towards himself. Taking this opportunity, the others all started to get out of there safely. However, only Charlie remained. With Charlie's help, Bai got out of the midst of the spiders and reached near the mouth of the tunnel. But just as the two of them were about to climb up, the spiders trapped Charlie with a web and pulled her down. To save Charlie, Bai went down again. Immediately, their entire team was seen returning there. None of them were willing to leave anyone behind. Everyone continued to fight the spiders together. By now, more than 30 minutes had passed, so the sunlight moved away, and the door above the tunnel closed. Now they were all trapped below with the spiders. Then, Dr. San used the celestial bone to gather all the spiders in one place and spread fuel oil around them. After that, everyone together created a thorny wall and moved inside it. Then, Barry threw a lighter outside, and instantly the whole place caught fire. Gradually, all the spiders burned to ashes in the fire. But, due to the fire and smoke in the enclosed space, everyone was having trouble breathing. They realized this was a bad plan. Suddenly, Charlie noticed that the compass in her hand started spinning in reverse, just like it had done the first time they were on the boat. Charlie realized they were very close to the river, so they started hitting the wall. Hearing the sound of their blows, the monster came there and started hitting the wall from the outside. Within moments, the wall was destroyed, and river water rushed inside. Taking the opportunity, they all got out of there, but the river monster was chasing after them. The monster was about to eat him when a huge rock fell from the top of the cave and landed on it, trapping the monster there. After that, we see them all on a train. After a terrifying adventure, they have all returned alive and are now on their way home. Charlie then thanks Bai for saving her life and is also very happy because they have all finally been freed from the curse. Actually, the businessman Wang from the story was also a victim of the curse, which is why he was so desperate to get the celestial bone. The story ends here, friends. If you have any opinions about the story, please write in the comments, and to get more such mysterious stories, subscribe to the channel and stay connected with us.